Next item, financial report.
And that's just a point of concern. We're coming into budget time. That's something I think everybody should look at. And I'll put a copy of it in your boxes. Basically, all I did was I took the budgeting number, and along there you'll see a plus or a minus. Plus means we're ahead of the game, minus means we're behind the game. Here you have an up and down arrow. We're short this much, we're up that much. And again, it's everybody, all departments are keeping within their lines or very close to, prorated for the time of year we're at relative to their annual expenditures. So that is not the issue. The issue is strictly a revenue shortfall. And that is basically it. There are going to be some issues that we're really going to have to deal with sooner than later as we construct the budget. It has been indicated to myself, and I'm sure the other board members got a copy, that Mr. Johnson has been working on a truck proposal, which is something that is very important. That he is considering the purchase of 2 trucks, and that's going to have a huge impact on how we construct our budget for 2010. The numbers are actually a little bit more agreeable than the original numbers he posted as of July 2008, at which point we had been working off of the budget that had been constructed for us. And we have allocations in this budget for the payment for a bond payment in the budget for 1 new truck. Some time ago I had put forth a proposal as to how to purchase 1 truck a year, 1 new truck a year with virtually 0 tax increases over the course of 5 years, and perpetuate and constantly roll over bonds. I would like to try and see if we can find that solution, the shortfall notwithstanding, and we can work that in again. But that's one of the main notes that we're going to need to keep in mind as we come into budget season. Another one of the notes is that the New York State Pension Fund is going to be requiring an additional 4.5% of payroll from the town into the pension fund annually. And that's going to be a considerable amount of money. It's going to eat up some places where we had seemed to gain a little bit of ground. And that, along with we're also seeing fuel prices have risen 23% in the past, I think it's 3 months. So these are all things we have to be conscious of as we move forward. On a happier financial note, though, I've received back from the labor liaisons to the highway department labor representatives, the highway department employees, a signed copy of the comp time agreement. So, and what is required to put this into effect is, excuse me, our signatures and dating. So we have already passed a resolution to support that. I would suggest we take care of that tonight, put it in effect.
If I could add to it, Eddie, I have to compliment you on because over the years, I was told the highway guys wouldn't accept it. And I'm glad they realized we have to go halfway. Things are tight, and we're going to be saving a lot of money on overtime by giving time. So we're kind of like a meeting halfway. Thank you.
Yes, and I too last summer, put forth the same proposal and meant the same obstruction. But managed to get it through. Well done.
Well, I have to say that it was a pleasure working with the labor representatives. It was completely open communication, and we have one here. Thank you, Donnie. And it was not a difficult thing to do, and how we approached it. We really worked I can see that they did, and I know I did, work very hard to get something that was agreeable to all, worked for everybody in the right direction. And I do know, after speaking with quite a number of the highway employees, the phrases along the lines of, we get it, we want to do what we can to help, what did come up, which is a great thing.
Thank you, Bob.
If I could add to it, we're going into the budget season, and we're the CEO. We have to hold the line, even if we have to have a wage freeze among elected officials and/or cut back on the buyout for medical, or possibly freeze medical costs with any increase being paid by the elected official. Those are things we're going to explore. We have to hold the line. We have to start on top. Normally most companies, the guy at the bottom that pays. No, I think we should start at our end. Even though the salaries are low compared to other towns, in all honesty, defense supervisor makes $25,000 and change. Most towns make 50, 60. Council people make 15, 14, we make 8,900. So, I mean, I'm just trying to give you the menu. It's the whole picture. We're going to do the best we can. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Building department report. We have not yet been able to bring on a assistant building inspector. We are in the process still of actively recruiting an individual, and we have a plan made up. It is our goal to definitely have him on board by the first of the year. It is the best we can do under these circumstances. Also, HOMOAC has been placarded in cooperation with the New York Department of State. Placards have been placed around the periphery of the HOMOAC stating that it is illegal for anyone to be on the premises except for individuals there to repair problem areas, the electricity, the plumbing, whatever. Construction person can be on the site, but people may not be residing there, holding camps or religious services. That's the law. And we are in the process now of doing the same to all of the outbuildings that are not on the main campus, those buildings which are along Phillipsport Road, one of which is burned down. We will be instituting measures to have those buildings secured. They present themselves as attractive nuisances, present themselves to vandalism, fire, and arson. It will be necessary for the owners of the hotel to actually board them up and secure them so they cannot be entered. We're in the process of doing that at this time. So that's your building department report. Next on the agenda is abstract. Ladies and gentlemen, you should have in your folders abstract number 18. By saying aye. Seeing any resolutions. Announcements to make. A while ago, we planned an activity for the town. It was before we knew about our little fellow. But we learned that that activity is conflicting with a very, very important activity that goes on in our town each year. An activity we wish we never had to do, but we do have to do it. And it's pay homage to a very young person who's grown very dear to our hearts, near and dear to our hearts, and that's Killian Manto. That's the day of kilometers for Manto, for Killian Manto. So I ask you all to get your sneakers out, your foot powder, and be prepared for November 1st. And we're not going to, we will change the date of the
We have an entertainment now.
turkey
That's what
trot.
is my concern also.
Okay. Information for that is available through
Lynn's Flowers.
Lynn's Flowers. Registration forms, flyers, if you want to put them up in businesses or businesses you know, are very much welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
You did your job.